are you?
How y'all doing today? I am G, the seeker of truth. This is Spiritual State, and yes, your spirit is at stake. How y'all feeling? We are here in the midst of our Bible breakdown in Spiritual State, where we have affectionately labeled the burning learn and the smoking study. Ooh, they hate it so much too. I just can't get past all the weed smoke. Let that be the reason. Anyway, we are in Exodus. We are in the 36th chapter. We're going to do a quick overview of chapter 35. What happened in chapter 35? Well, we learned about the rest day. We learned to say that you're supposed to do your work for 6 days, and then you have to have that rest day, right? And it went so far as to say that for anybody who was caught doing labor on the Sabbath was to be executed. And once again, that's why that rule doesn't pull over to today's time. I'm just saying, what's going on with my color scheme? Okay, we got it right. I was like, y'all see how like I was glowing. But anyway, we ain't gonna hold it up on too much on 35. We're gonna go right on over to 36 because, yes, this is my second time doing this on Spiritual State. My flash drive is corrupted with the rest of Exodus, all of Leviticus, and parts of Numbers on it. There's that. And so I say I'm gonna go and take my flash drive and get those files on there, try to see if I can restore them. And I was sitting there down like, well, you know, maybe it was something that I missed. Maybe it was something that I said wrong or something that I didn't say at all. And that's how it be sometimes in life. That we'll be moving through life and we'll be going and going and going and we think everything going all right and then something happened and we have to go back and we like, why we gotta go back? Lord, I just came up out of this. Why am I going back through this? That was something that wasn't got. And so that's all I'm gonna say about that. So I had a person laugh at me and tell me that they be laughing about videos because of in 25 I might have a full beard and then 26 I'm have the goatee or whatever situation be, but that's because like these files be getting corrupted. I don't just do one scripture. These files be getting corrupted in these flash drives, in one flash drive in particular, and I gotta come back and do them. I can't not load up 36 because it's damaged on my flash drive. So how do we upload 36? Well, we go back and we redo 36. So we finna redo 36. Y'all know how it is. You gonna fire up? Go ahead and fire up. And y'all know how we do. With no further ado, we finna go into Exodus 36. Then Roth, Bezaleel, and Aholiab, and every wise-hearted man in whom the Lord put wisdom and understanding to know how to work all manners of work for the service of the sanctuary according to all that the Lord had commanded. And Moses called Bezaleel and Aholiab and every wise-hearted man in whose heart the Lord had put wisdom, even every one whose heart stirred him up to come unto the work to do it. And they received of Moses all the offering which the children of Israel had brought for the work of the service of the sanctuary to make it withal. And they brought yet unto him free offerings every morning. And all the wise men that wrought all the work of the sanctuary came, every man from his work which they made. And they spake unto Moses, saying, the people bring much more than enough for the service of the work which the Lord commanded to make. And Moses gave commandment, and they caused it to be proclaimed throughout the camp, saying, let neither man nor woman make any more work for the offering of the sanctuary, so the people were restrained from bringing. For the stuff they had was sufficient for all the work to make it, and too much. And every wise-hearted man among them that wrought the work of the tabernacle made 10 curtains of fine twined linen, in blue and purple and scarlet, with cherubims of cunning work. He made them. The length of one curtain was 20 cubits, and the breadth of one curtain 4 cubits, and the curtains were all of one size. And he coupled the 5 curtains one unto another, and the other 5 curtains he coupled one unto another. And he made loops of blue on the edge of one curtain from the slevage in the coupling. Likewise he made in the uttermost side of another curtain in the coupling of the second. 50 loops made he in one curtain, and 50 loops made he in the edge of the curtain which was in the coupling of the second. The loops held one curtain to another. And he made 50 taches of gold, and coupled the curtains one unto another with the taches, so it became one tabernacle. And he made curtains of goat's hair for the tent over the tabernacle. 11 curtains he made them. The length of one curtain was 30 cubits, and 4 cubits was the breadth of one curtain. The 11 curtains were of one size. And he coupled 5 curtains by themselves, and 6 curtains by themselves. And he made 50 loops upon the uttermost edge of the curtains in the coupling, and 50 loops made he upon the edge of the curtain which coupled the second. And he made 50 taches of brass to couple the tent together, that it might be one. And he made a covering for the tent of ram skin dyed red, and a covering of badger skin above that. And he made boards for the tabernacle of shittim wood standing up. The length of a board was 10 cubits, and the breadth of a board 1 cubit and a half. One board had 2 tendons equally distant one from another. Thus did he make for all the boards of the tabernacle. And he made boards for the tabernacle, 20 boards for the south side, southward, and 40 sockets of silver he made under the 20 boards, 2 sockets under one board for his 2 tenons, and 2 sockets under another board for his 2 tenons. And for the other side of the tabernacle, which is toward the north corner, he made 20 boards. And there 40 sockets of silver, 2 sockets under one board, and 2 sockets under another board. And for the sides of the tabernacle westward, he made 6 boards, and 2 boards made he for the corner of the tabernacle in the 2 sides. And they were coupled beneath and coupled together at the head thereof to one ring. Thus he did to both of them in both the corners. And there were 8 boards, and their sockets were 16 sockets of silver, under every board 2 sockets. And he made bars of shittim wood, 5 for the board of the one side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the tabernacle for the sides westward. And he made the middle bar to shoot through the boards from the one end to the other. And he overlaid the boards with gold, and made their rings of gold to be places for the bars, and overlaid the bars with gold. And he made a veil of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen with cherubims. Made he it of cunning work. And he made thereunto 4 pillars of shittim wood, and overlaid them with gold. Their hooks were of gold, and he cast for them 4 sockets of silver. And he made an hanging for the tabernacle door of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen of needlework, and the 5 pillars of it with their hooks. And he overlaid their capiters, and their fillets with gold, but their 5 sockets were of brass. That is the end of chapter 36. What? So, I would be lying if I told y'all I remembered what I said the last time we did 36, when I recorded this the first time before I lost it on a flash drive. There is nothing scripted here. Nothing at all. I would tell you something. If I was going through something in my life and I needed a spiritual boost, 36 ain't give me that. He said, I did not think that's where you were going with that, G. Real. 36 did not give me nothing for my spirit. But this is what we did. What we take from 36, right? We took from 36 that the children of Israel, they were so interested, they brought everything that was needed for the tabernacle. So much so they was told, hey, that's enough. Y'all can take the rest of that back. We don't need that. And so we're gonna take that one part because we're gonna try to build us a fortress real quick with a couple of sticks. And we're gonna use that right there to say what? Stop the bare minimum. What? What you mean stop the bare minimum? What's the bare minimum? Going to church for an hour and a half Wednesday, hour and a half Sunday, and because that's what you feel is required of you, that's it. That's all you do. That is the bare minimum. That is the spiritual bare minimum. And we need to be like the children of Israel. We in the word so much. We trying to find this truth so much that the Most High say, hey, rest. But we don't do these things. Okay. I don't do these things, right? Because, we get to a situation where you can't project onto me, brother. I'm not projecting. But I know that life's for everybody. It doesn't matter your social status. In all honesty, it doesn't matter about your spiritual status. Situations are always going to occur. Always. And if we have enemies, opposition coming at us 24/7, then this hour and a half I get on Wednesday, and this hour and a half to 2 hours I get on Sunday, I'm not properly equipped. And that's why we get to church and we be drained. The kids, they like, I ain't trying to go. Because us as parents, because I'm a father, we go through stuff and we don't deal with our demons, and then they see our child vulnerable, not spiritually protected. They say, oh, I'm gonna get there. And boom, it jump off us onto our child. And we don't know it because we have not trained. We have only done the bare minimum. So we don't have the training. And we start saying, I child, that girl, that just bad. She just do what she want to do. That boy, that he just, no. That didn't come from nowhere. We have to learn how to protect ourselves so that we can protect our children. But we can't teach them about a predator that we don't even know exists. What can we take from 36? Don't give, overgive. Don't do, overdo. And then these things, you will figure out if you're really doing it for yourself and self-glorification or for the glorification of the Most High. Plot twist. When you're doing it for the Most High, you ain't gonna want to do it at all. But it's gonna get done because you gotta do it. As opposed to when you doing it for yourself, you have all the energy in the world. Because you what? You building towards self-recognition. The bare minimum. They said, bring 2 in, and I brought my 2. You got your 2? And then you hear somebody over in the corner with like, how many you got? I don't know. I had more than what I needed, so I just brought everything else I didn't need up here. And now you mad. Show off. Trying to be a showboat. I brought more because I got what I needed home. And guess what that man or that woman thought? I have been favored abundantly. I got more than what I need here. Why not take it to the church? Because what motivated them to donate wasn't the same thing that motivated you to donate. Say some people get it and some people don't get it. Because the same thing that motivated them to join church wasn't the same thing that motivated you to join church. I already told y'all why I joined church. I ain't never sit there and say God came to me and told me, son, it's your time to go dip in the water. Man, my cousin had his first sermon. My sister went down there. We're going to make him look good. And I thought it made him look good. And I went down there and I did the whole little whatchamacallit. You know, got down there and got my microphone. I'm going to turn my life over to Jesus. I don't want to tell lies no more. I lied when I said I didn't want to lie no more because I lied like right after that. These titles don't change who we are spiritually. I'm going to tell you something that's going to hurt your feelings. Some of the most nastiest, evil, most wicked people that I have ever come across in my years in the streets and in my 12 years in the ADC have been religious people, have professed some type of religion. I ain't saying they the only ones, so get your drawers out of the bunch. I ain't saying they the only ones, but I'm saying the mass majority of these nasty, wicked, evil, violent, aggressive, sexual slaves they have professed to be of some type of religion. Yeah. I done been to buried in a E-man. Then set up a man down the highway and got him locked up. I done been in the penitentiary from where they took a man that was running around dancing on the tables, and now he a big religious head in the penitentiary. They got a program in there called the PALS program, the Principal Applications of Life. It's supposed to be non-denominational, faith-based program. 95% of this buried was Christian. I am in the 95%. Was in the 95%. 90% of that 95% were in there for acts with children. I'm not saying that Christianity is bad. I'm not saying that Islam and Muslims are bad. I was in a cell. My cellie was a devout Muslim who had been gone for 18 years because when he was 15 years old, he wanted to know how it felt to take another man's life. Not because he was beefing with him. Not because it was an issue. He was walking around. He told me himself. I'm not making this up. And I ain't gonna say bro name because like that ain't none of your business. But if you know, you know. He told me himself that he just wanted to know how that felt. Can I say he evil? I slept in the cell with this man. This man cried to me about the relationship with him and his daughters. Man, this man worked out together. When this man offered salats, I was out the way. Just because you don't agree with something doesn't mean you don't have to respect it. Right? And what I say that for? I said that to say that the religion, the title of however you want to be titled, it's just a title. It's just a title that most people give the bare minimum in, or they overgive for recognition because they want to be seen as great in the church. What do we take from 36? We can take away the diligence of the children of Israel in this instance. I didn't hear nowhere in there where it said that they said, Most High, this is too much work. I don't want to do it. He said he actually one got two of them that was blessed with that information, and then others from around, they just wanted to help gather. We have to get back in a place of wanting to help. And the only way we get back to a place of wanting to help is we have to stop settling for the bare minimum. I am G, the seeker of truth. This here is Spiritual State. And until next time, y'all stay elevated.